Ní raibh cloníocht do bháin Georgia Haas, agus ber an dé bheile den Ileán bhí si. Ní raibh do rácha ach Seoirse Haas a Thrasnáil. Bhí spireach stáisiún seirige mílta móra Stromness an ggósta hid. 2,000 díreach trasna na Ileáin. Níor heiste léon duine trasna na Ileáin sin riamh ribhe. Browning Shackleton Bertar le tacht leis. Frank Worsley as an nua Hailwing agus Tom Crean.
And Shackleton was very pragmatic about it. And when they did set off in the early hours of the morning in May 1916, I mean, he didn't bring tents or sleeping bags. He knew they weren't going to be stopping, camping anywhere. They just got to make it.
Níor túramach go cáráda ag dul, cé go fada sa bhí sé, cé go holca sa bhí an sneachta, an muinthidí semach beidir barna éigean nach bheagtí se Thrasnáil. Ach de bhí an creidimh seo ionta I gcónaí nach stoppach rudar bíad.
Réan almhór banna alpacha agus airthrochna a hínan go hárdós cionan agén Atlantic sé Georgia Haas. Bhí betha iran na heachtra a brathir scileanna slé tóireachta. Tar éis dóibh túsa chuir leis an tros go luair maidin. Chreap Shackleton, Worsley agus Tom Crean feadh an lé agus isteach san naoithe.
Tagann siad go puinte, nuair nach bhfuil túramach go cábhfuil siad nó cadéon céadú deiletála déanamh ach tá slíomh crochta agus sneachta díreach os a gáir. Agus tan scamhfuil agus mar sin de híos fuatha.
Tháinig ceol le titim na híthe agus bégan dóibh dul síos go scioptha. Hiag an siúracha chur na rópa agus bhrú siad iad hen síos fána an géar, síos tríd a ceol.
They're going down at a far faster rate than they could possibly have imagined. And the force of the wind knocks the breath out of them completely. And at the bottom of this, they are alive and they stand up. They pick themselves up out of the snow, and initiated by Crean, they each formally shake hands with each other.
Ní at a gná gunne a lehéidí dhéanamh. Ní bheadh an tálaat go bhéadtá sin I dhéanamh, mar ní thuá sláán, a bhí an tála Crean I gcónaí.
Go dainn san naoithe, bhar seáil an túr tras na srothair a dúirt bhí airthrá Crean ina dhéisin. Dainneoin scrúan na práise bheith an amróga, hit siad a rís agus a rís eile.
I broke my foot on the Crean Glacier because I jumped from one side of a crevasse on the other side. And so the Crean Glacier is in my memory for my whole life. And doing this very broken glacier is one of the most difficult glaciers I ever did. I was thinking how they did it.
The man who's in front, the man who's the head of the group of three, is always Crean. And if you see them from God's eye, you look down on these dots in the landscape with nothing in sight, I mean nothing. You look down, you'll see that Crean and his colleague behind him are actually protecting Shackleton.
Ní dóinam go greideann Crean riamh nach nairóigh leo. Tá muiníonn umláán aige sna captéin, agus ceapá go déanann dá neart sin, neart an captéin, agus neart an mhórnéalaí, go dagann siad le chéile, agus go bhaimíonn siad mar éanad a bháin. Tá si go súil le hinneal morálta go hais éigean, dá mbeadh sé leat. Ní ceapá riamh go deapagort.
Och nuair is fiche rééis dóibh tas nuair a dros, chuala an túr fadó gaile á séide sa stáisiún seillige mílta móra. Bhí de rééis Georgia Haas agus agéan an Antarctic a Thrasnáil.
The whalers, you know, the real toughies who'd been, 30, 40 years in the Southern Ocean, they couldn't believe it. And I think they had a dinner that evening, and during that dinner, every one of them got up and shook Tom Crean's, Frank Worsley and Anna Shackleton's hand, because they realized that those three guys had achieved something extraordinary.
Ach bhí na fir Ileán Elephant fós le tar háil, agus ní ra bhéan bháid le fáil Georgia Haas. Mar sin, Bhí Shackleton, Crean agus Worsley a meallach go America Haas le cúna bh lorug. Ach bhí an cúnamh sin má le teacht.
After all the strain he'd been through, Shackleton, I don't like to use the word nervous breakdown, but he must have had some kind of, it was too much for him, really. And at that particular point, Tom Crean stepped in and produced Hidden Depths. Suddenly Tom Crean, a very quiet man, never very much in the forefront, he suddenly appeared as a man of considerable diplomacy. And he was able to rally the South Americans and well, shall we say, knock some sense into them.
Fed 3 bhí Shackleton agus Tom Crean a déanamh an níhil a dtírig Ileán Elephant a Rishint. Faoi dheire, tar éis 3 iarracht, d'éirigh lán a fil go léir a thábháil. Níor callach irid is duine bháin na gaitheamh na heachtra éachtaigh sin. Chad Tom Crean cúpla bliain eile sa chabhlach, ach bhí an cruata na dulling sé na Gcéan Haas tar éis a lorug a ágantir. I mí na Márta 19 sa fiche, chhlach sé leis na buin agus a finsin, agus díl sé ará an na scáil a gúnda chiarí. Fós Tom Crean nelní úrlathe 19 sa fiche hocht, agus chuir siad teachbeag táirnead bun in áhan na scáil, thug Tom an South Pole Inn
He went from one extreme to the other. He settled in from a life of adventure, 3 times down in Antarctica. He came back to a very mundane life in Anascal, where he had a pub, which my grandmother ran. He just lay back and he just lived, slotted into that life as if nothing had happened.
Ach bevlianta contourtach iad na blianta sin in éirin. Nietach mar nélach an gálach riaga ár de harach ar héin. Fiú má bhí irid gasce diantaige agus a bhí ag Tom Crean.
Uanta bíon únar daoine ná scapan na scialta a bhí ag Crean agus ná léir sé a héal do dhaoine agus ná dhéon sé agóibh agus mar sin de ach níor dhéon. Mar de bhí cuid dá clán páirteach san RIC mar hampla. Ní angar sé héin sa chalach riaga as bhí dríthar leis Cornelius bhí sé sin ina bháil gan RIC agus caihué, láchué. Lúnhaío tá bhí sin bhí sé anna háach go gcuineoch Tom a bhéal dúnta faoin cálach riaga as dan sé mar sin feadh híal.
Bhí sé go súla cúcollan teachta bhaile agus de tháinig cúcollan a bhaile agus chuir an star gagair. Bhí sé ballamh beagnach.
Tháinig an ís ar Tom Crean. A régan a labhair sé faoin na chádas le Scottis le Shackleton. Na faois na heach trí a nacha sé tríocha in Antarctica. An sin I mí Júil 1938 bhuail ta an bráiteachta Tom Crean.
It was a burst appendix, you see, and it was all very sudden in the end. And I really didn't know. He was grand as we thought. And he was just operated in Cork and lasted a week. He was poisoned and there was no hope for it. But we missed him terribly.
And sometime later, a lovely reed came with a simple card. It was from Evans, whose life he saved in 1912. But Evans never forgot him, never forgot the fact that my grandfather saved his life. How somebody from some place like there, like Anascal, 15 years of age, not very well educated, can do what he did. Take part in, I suppose, 3 of the greatest expeditions of all time. He had nothing behind him, and he achieved so much.
Nuair a haga míid isteach sa tailsa, ní le chéan hintecht a bháinigin, agus sé sin go bhaid míad bás. Cahan a lán daoine is saoil agus agalra bás a chuil. Agus cahan daoine eile is saoil scá an bás. Bhíon an bás an acileha de hir stach ná. Agus is tólam go bhíon éonáis dearcha a bhíige Creanar an saoil. Well má hitan sé amach inis. Mar sin, bíoch mar sin. Ní a bheith aglar rí a bheith rian. Ní a bheith aglar rumis éini.